So now let's talk about problem 2. This is from HMMT a few years ago. I love this problem because every time I do it wrong.
Yeah, so I did this problem a few different times and got 4 different answers. So I put up 3 of the methods here. So the first thing I did was I thought, so we have the 15 people who like cantaloupes. And since we know that everybody who likes cantaloupes either likes blueberries or likes dates, and because there are 6 dates and 9 blueberries, and 6 plus 9 is 15, right? Everybody who likes dates has to like cantaloupes, and everybody who likes blueberries has to like cantaloupes. So we must have, out of these 15 cantaloupe likers, 9 people who like blueberries and 6 who like dates. So that covers these 3 groups of people. And then we have the 13 apples left. So if we add 15 and 13, we get 28.
So that's a common mistake, right? Because the people like apple could like some of those things too, and be one of those.
Right. So this is wrong. And then, like I said, these 13 apples, now you can think about how to minimize the number of apples who don't like anything else. And then we know that the apples can overlap with the blueberries, right? So if we make all the blueberries like apples, that means that we have 9 people who are taken out from these 13. So those 9 are also included in the 15 that we counted before.
Yes.
So we have 4 people left. That's 13 minus 9. So then the total is the 15 from before plus these 4, which is 19.
Yeah, I think this one is the more common mistake, right? Because I remember at least I have done this wrong answer before. I feel like I saw both little tricks. The trick is 15 equal to 9 plus 6, and also there's an overlapping, right?
But it turns out this is also wrong.
So you need to realize it's like when you put the 9 A's into 9 B's, you have to remember that 9 B's only like cantaloupe, so they cannot like apples anymore.
Right? And then because the people who like blueberries either like apples or cantaloupes, they can't all 3 overlap.
So actually this group, none of them should like what?
Blueberries.
Blueberries, right?
Well, then the third method I thought of was, if we just look at these 2, right? The blueberries cover apples and cantaloupes, and then if you look at everybody who likes cantaloupes, they cover blueberries and dates. So if we just add the number of blueberries and the number of cantaloupes, it seems like we should cover all 4 groups of people. So if we just add 9 and 15, we get 24, but this is also wrong.
But there could also be overlaps in between them, right?
Yes.
Between B and C, right?
Right.
Because over here, B and C could what? Overlap, right?
Or is there people who only like apples, only like dates, which
Yeah.
are never counted.
So all of these are wrong. So now I'm going to talk about the right method.
But you still can use the fact that 15 is 9 plus.
Yeah, I think this is still the key, right? This is still the key. This gives you a start. How to split those 15 people like cantaloupe into 2 groups. So it becomes instead of a 4-step problem, at least this helps you to start with a 3-step problem, actually, right?
Yes. So now we have, if we look at what we have right now, we have the 13 people who like apples, 9 people who like blueberries, and 6 who like dates. And the cantaloupes are just these 2 sets.
Yeah, I think I will write a C also T here too.
Yeah.
So I know they like cantaloupe, right?
And that's important because otherwise we would have made the same mistake.
Exactly, right? So now when I look at this, I know what to do. Because now this diagram technically tell me I don't need to worry about this one anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
So
we can cross that condition out. We simplify our problem.
now we look at the other condition we have. So from these 9 blueberries, we already know that all of them like cantaloupes. So that means that there's no room for any of them to like apples. Because they can like exactly one of apples or cantaloupes.
So that's where we got wrong in the second solution. We actually assigned all of them to A, but we couldn't.
We actually said 9A, 9C.
Yeah.
That's against the problem rules. So that means if we look at the apples, the only place for them, since the only place for these apples is not with the blueberries, but with the dates. So since we don't want to just leave them alone, we want to try to make some of the apple people like the other fruits so we can minimize our total. So this is why the answer is not 15 plus 13, which is 28. Actually, there are these 6 states, and we can make
Them like A.
right. So we can make them like A, and then we no longer have 13 for like A. We have 7 for like only A.
Only A, yes.
So we have these 3 disjoint sets of people, and then if we add them together, you get a total of 7 plus 9 plus 6, which is 22. And this class is correct.